In an iterator, we can do some tasks on a sequence of atoms in turn. First, let's create a vector v1 equal to y, and we will put some initial value in this vector, like 1, 2, 3. And then let's create an iterator of this v1 vector, let v1 iter equal to v1 dot iter. And we will use this iter method to create an iterator of this v1 vector, and this iter method will not take the ownership of this vector, so each atom in this v1 iter is a reference to each atom of this vector. And let's use for loop to loop through this v1 iter and to print out each atom for atom in v1 iter, and let's print out item in our terminal. Let's run cargo run. It will print out 1, 2, 3 each atom in this v1 iter. We can call next method on iterator, and this next method will return a sum, and this sum will hold the first item of the iterator. And if there are no items in our iterator, then this next method will return none. And let's use this next method in the println method macro, and to print out the result. And we will call this next method on v1 iter, and next. And this next method not only just return sum holds first item, and the first item will be no longer in the iterator anymore, so it will change the internal state of the iterator. So we need to change this v1 iter to be mutable, so we need to add the mute keyword before this v1 iter. And there are 3 atoms in this v1 iter, so let's call this next method 4 times. And in our terminal, let's run cargo run. First 3 times it will print out a sum and holds the item in this iterator. And after 3 times, and there are no items in this iterator, so it will return none, and it will print out none. We can use the sum method on an iterator, and this sum method will get the total value of an iterator. So let's first remove this. Let's create a variable total to store the total value, and we need to add the type annotation to this total variable. So we give it a type i32 and equal to v1 iter sum and semicolon, and then let's just print out the total value. Total is total, and we can remove this mute keyword here, and then in our terminal, let's run cargo run. It will print out the total is 6. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. We can use iterator or adapter methods on an iterator, and this iterator adapter methods can create a modified new iterator of the older iterator. So let's use the iterator or adapter method map on this v1 iterator. Let's remove this, and v1 iter map, and this map method will take a closure as argument, and this closure can get each item of this v1 iter. So we give it a name. You can name it whatever you want. So we give it a name I to represent each item in this v1 iter, and we can perform any operation on each item. We will just increase each item by 1, so I plus 1, and this map will return each modified item into a new iterator. So let's create another variable v2 iter to store this new iterator, and then let's use the for loop to loop through this v2 iter for item in v2 iter, and let's print out each item, and item. Let's in our terminal. Let's run cargo run. It will print out 2, 3, 4, and each item increased by 1. We can use iterator adapter method filter to create a new iterator with specified items. So let's remove this and let's create a variable way2 iter to store the new iterator. Then let's use the filter method on this v1 iter the filter, and this filter also will take a closure as argument, and this closure can get each item of this v1 iter, so we give it a name like item, and when this closure return, we can specify some condition in this closure. Then this closure return true, then it will return this item to the new iterator. If this condition is false, then it will not return this item to the new iterator. So let's just create a condition. This condition we want to return the item is less than 3. So item less than 3. Because when we create this v1 iter, each item is a reference to this each item in this vector, and then we use this filter method, and each item is a reference to this each item in this v1 iter. So this item is double ampersand I32 type. So this before this value 3, integer value 3, we need to add a double ampersand. And then let's just use use for loop to loop through this v2 iter, and item in v2 iter, and let's print out each item in this v2 iter, and item. And in our terminal, let's run cargo run. It will print out 1 and 2 because only 1 and 2 is less than 3. And these are some basic about iterator. Hope I'll see you next time.